So we're down here in the Jason Floyd pitting area, and it sounds like we're also here with promoter Ken Kinney. I saw you over here chatting with everybody. What is going on here today that just happened? It seemed like something very serious.
Yeah, I got hit with a new one on me. I thought I'd seen everything at a racetrack, and obviously not. We have transponders mounted on the axles of these cars. They don't have a nose rule at all. And you know, the 118 on a visual finished ahead of the 73, and we have a transponder system which governs the timing of the cars. And
like every racetrack, like it's all timing and scoring,
right? And you know, the 73,
Jason Floyd, I believe, from Georgia,
was scored ahead of Adams, and on the video on the TV, Adams finished ahead of him. Nobody had came and notified the 73 at all that they were scored on third on the score sheet, on everything else on the scoreboard, and today they found out they got put in a B main, although the transponders had them 4/1000ths of a section ahead of the guy. So we had a meeting, all the race, you know, the people involved with the decisions, and what we came up with as a decision was to put both cars in.
Okay.
And you know, Adams, based on visual, you know, is going to be scored as a third place car in that heat, so he'll start ahead.
It'll be like a 3A and 3B type situation?
Right.
Okay.
So I had a conversation with both of them. They spoke their point, they didn't argue their point. And we had a big meeting about it. You've seen it. We
right.
were Crate Racing USA. We had a big meeting about it, and this is the decision we came up with. So it'll be 25 cars. I don't really consider it a provisional.
Right. He raced his way in.
He raced his way in. You know, based on, now we've got a rule, period. We'll go by the axle housing, because you've got longer, you know, some cars have a longer nose than other. If it be the case that we don't have a rule, the axle housing is always in the same location, the nose is not.
Right.
You know, so some guy's gonna have a nose, next thing you know, you'll have an 8-foot nose on a car to get to the line.
Right.
So I feel like I should have went over this in the driver's meeting. I'd never had this happen to me, never had it presented to me. Now that it's happened, you know, we'll make a concrete rule. They'll know it's we're going by the transponder system. Because what about this? Every lap, if we're using a transponder system, it shows us where the score is. What if you're sixth in line? But if we're not going to use the transponder system at all, let's just take them off the car.
So for finishes, though, or are you going to go on visuals?
The final finish on the last lap, I'm going to go by visual, because we have a TV camera right on it, straight on. If it was human error involved, which, you know, both parties presented a case that, hey, there could be human error. So moving forward, if you have no TV present,
right.
You know, it
it's
could be
somebody.
human error. But we don't have a human error. We have a camera right on the finish line. So for the feature, they'll know if we're going to go by the visual.
And this was such an important position because it was a transfer spot.
It was a transfer spot,
so,
and that's really the only reason.
I guess when things matter, visuals do too.
Yes. So. I think it's a fair thing to do, you know, so if I'm the GOAT because I'm doing the fair thing, then I'm the GOAT. And it's my decision. It wasn't discussed. You know, it was a tough spot, but ultimately I've got to make the decision, and this is the decision that was made.
This is how we do.